Oh my god, your poor dad.
Welcome back to Your Poor Dad. You can't choose your sisters, but you can choose your podcast. So thank you for joining us and being the fourth Brandt sister.
Welcome. Thank you for coming back after last week.
We didn't know we could come back and recover as sisters.
We're still rebuilding after last week.
We're rebuilding. Last week's episode, as Jade said, we were like fighting the entire time, and then we continued to fight throughout the weekend. So it's just
we got into our first really big sister fight in a long time, since ACL, pretty much. Paige put me in a verbal chokehold.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, I was gonna say we were over the phone.
I know,
but you're right. A verbal chokehold.
Yeah,
they were over the phone.
So we have to be like physically assaulting each other to be a bad fight.
For it to be like ACL level.
Well, this was like ACL obviously was number one because you put me in a headlock and then I punched you.
You punched me, so therefore
no, I kicked you and then you put me in a headlock, and then this was right under there. It was a verbal headlock.
Yeah.
But it's okay.
I also was drunk when I said I wasn't drunk.
I know.
But it's like, why does everyone do that? Like, it is
why
so
is
true.
it so annoying when you're like, you are drunk? But I knew you were being drunk because you were being extra mean.
Yeah.
Well, because it's like completely invalidates every other thing that you're saying. So it's like, well, maybe I am drunk, but I also still hate you right now.
Yeah, it's like, I knew I was drunk because I'd been drinking all day. Mm-hmm. And then you were like, are you drunk? I was like, no. Well, and I ended up saying no. I'm like, I'm lying.
I knew
Paige and Paige called me a liar in 100 different ways. That's the thing. Paige likes to label you as something. She told okay, I'll just tell them. She told me I was a liar, that I was lost. It's my favorite one. What's the other thing you told me?
Selfish.
Oh, selfish. Yeah. I was being selfish, but like, I'm not a liar and I'm not lost.
Okay.
I was being what's the word?
Selfish.
Self-centered.
Yeah. Self-centered.
Okay,
self-absorbed.
Yeah. All those stuff were the things I was being. A liar was not one of them.
Okay.
I knew Paige was drunk because before she called you, she was yelling at me because literally for no reason, because I was like, she was like, oh, like, I'm mad at Jade for like blah, blah, blah. And I was like, okay, yeah, but I need you to like change your tone, because like, she was like, I'm so mad at, like, she was like yelling at me. And I was like, yeah, but like, don't yell at me. Like,
yeah.
We don't have any beef right now. And Paige was like, you were about to defend Jade. And she would not talk to me again
was like,
for the rest of the night.
Talking.
I was like, well, then I'm going to go into my room.
I was angry.
I closed the door and I stayed in my room for the remainder of the evening. And that was that.
Did you hear her yelling at me?
Yes. And I called my boyfriend and I was like, I'm just going to put both headphones in and I'm just going to talk to you. And I would hear like the dogs come out, or I'd hear something she'd say and be like, oh my God, Paige just said this thing. And I was like, he's like, all right, well,
scary.
Well, it sounds like you're really going through something over there. And I was like, yeah, it's okay. I'm just going to stay in my room till tomorrow.
So honestly, it's a miracle that we're all here right now. We're like arm's length away, yet
punching distance.
Yet everyone's okay.
We're okay. I think we're okay.
I think we
can. Yeah, we're gonna move on.
And I did say sorry for being so aggressive.
That was a very apt word.
Yeah, because like I was very aggressive. It's like, because I do have valid, like,
you have valid
reasons for like being upset, but it's like the aggression is just like unnecessary.
And that's what I told you. I was like, what you're saying is not landing on me right now because you're being so crazy. Like, we have to table this and talk about it when I can actually hear what you're saying, but like I can't hear you when you're yelling.
I was surprised your guys' conversation went on for so long. So I was
surprised. I kept hanging up on her.
She kept calling. Okay, that happened one time.
No, I hung up on you twice.
I was gonna say it might have been two, but it wasn't.
I was like, I have to go to Whole Foods. I can't be screaming at you in Whole Foods.
You know. Again, here we are.
So, sister fights are always possible.
Yeah.
and we will always be fighting and always be making up. And this is how you can just get through it. You just have to like bulldoze through the awkwardness. Like it's more awkward like having a friend fight than a sister fight.
I agree, just because you've been living with your sister your entire life and you've had quite a few sister fights, you just like are used to it.
Well, you can't leave. It's like when you live at home, like when you're kids, it's like this was just like 0 to 100 really fast. Like for instance, when Jade, I don't remember what you were doing, but it was really pissing Paige off because you kept going into her room when she had a friend over.
Oh yeah.
Do you remember?
When she was like, can you please get the fuck out of my room?
You just really like go to 10 real quick, and then it's like you have no choice but to recover because where else are you going to go?
But the thing with Paige is like she gives loud reactions, and it's like I don't usually, so I'll be like cool as a cucumber and just like poke, and then she gives me the reaction I'm looking for.
Yeah, like you would walk by my room just to fling open my door and run away.
I would always do that.
And I'm like, why? Why do you just...
What did you say about like, can you please shut my fucking door? It was something like,
Yeah.
It was so like, it started out nice and then it ended really mean.
Yeah,
I don't know. I like the one where it's like, first of all, fuck you. Second of all.
Yeah. Where does that little rage come from? And you're like the tiniest sister. Like, why are you the most rageful?
She's the obnoxious bull.
Honestly, I am the obnoxious bull, and like I don't know, it's just like there's this little fire that gets it going inside, and then she just needs to come out. It's kind of like a dragon.
Yeah.
You know?
I used to feel rage, and now I don't as much.
Oh.
I don't as much, but like when I'm drinking, it's like we don't have a handle on it.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, it's
Oh,
like
we
this
heard.
feeling must be acknowledged
Well, it's
to
like
the fullest extent.
when I'm not drinking, I'm able to like be aware of my anger feelings, and I'm like, okay, let's try to handle these in an appropriate way.
You're like, what would my therapist say?
But when
And
I'm
then-
drinking, it's like everything's out the window.
So for updates this week, I am making friends.
Wow.
I know that was another thing Paige and I fought about my new friends, but
Well,
yeah. But what they did say, they gave me a huge compliment. They said I was a proton. And a proton is somebody.
Attracts.
Well, a proton is somebody that like
science.
yes.
Okay.
Well, like you're a proton or a neutron. So if you're a proton, you're somebody that can like bring up the level of like the situation, or you could bring it down. So like
Protons can do both.
yeah, so like a proton, and then the neutron reacts to like whatever
To whatever
doing.
that energy
so
is.
like one of the girls was like, I'm a neutron. So she's like, that's not a bad thing either. Like both have like bad and good
Like if
sides.
you're feeling it, if
I'm
you're
feeling
like
it.
like happy, silly, like on one, then like she's
Then
gonna be on
everyone,
one.
yeah.
But like if you're in a mood, then like
we're all in a
then,
mood.
Then we're all in a mood.
This
Yeah.
is true.
Okay.
So are your new friends scientists?
yes,
Nice.
very smart social
yeah.
scientists.
Wow.
Yeah, so I'm a proton.
That's awesome. Yeah, happy that you're making friends. I was annoyed.
We
by,
know.
like, one
We don't
of
have
your
to get
things.
into it.
But for my update, it was a lovely weekend. Bailey and I went home to visit our parents. Nice to see them. And then, went to a little pool party yesterday. Got sunburnt, but we're living.
Yeah, added to my sunburn. I thought I was so slick at putting on this like 100 SPF, and then I didn't put it on my back. Now I have little crisscrosses on my back. That's fine.
Was it a day party?
Yeah. We went to a day club.
Did you hook up with somebody in the bathroom? Either of you?
No.
Oh, that's
No?
good. We
No.
talked about that last episode.
We did?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
One of our
We were-
listeners hooked up in a day party bathroom.
With a soccer player.
Oh, no,
Probably
no, no.
rich, probably hot.
I
And she was
remember that
hot.
now.
We were like, she's hot.
Yeah. I remember
Yeah.
that now.
Must have been. For the record, I did not hook up with anybody in any bathroom. If you're listening, sticks.
Neither did I, but there's always next time.
I did not hook up with anyone in a bathroom either.
Wow, look at us. We're growing.
Growing. I have hooked up with people in bathrooms, though. That used to be my thing. I was like, oh, here we go.
That was your thing? Went through a phase?
I just thought it was like cool to do that at parties.
Oh.
Like house parties?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was not cool. I don't suggest it. I was
That's
like 24.
interesting.
That's something that I didn't know about you.
I love to learn
There's a lot
about
of things you don't know about me.
Yeah. That's
I'm a
one of them.
Scorpio rising. What do you want from me?
I think we're gonna learn some more stuff about each other.
Yeah.
Do you guys want to get into the questions?
Yes. Okay. So the theme of this episode, I guess we didn't really like intend having themes of episodes, but it kind of just started happening that way.
Yeah.
So this episode, we just decided to do an Ask Me Anything because we were wasted when we recorded last time. So we were like, well, I don't know, just ask us anything. Ask us anything. So we did, and you guys actually, like, we've only had a day to get questions, and you guys have asked us a lot of questions, so thank you so much. It makes me feel like less of a loser when people, like, we're not just shouting into the void anymore.
Yeah.
And we are happy to have you as the fourth Brandt sister.
Thanks.
Thank you for being here today.
Well,
All right,
Bailey.
I think the most pressing question apparently is, how long are we going to let Jersey Mike's fly under the radar?
I don't know how much longer we can let Jersey Mike's fly under the radar.
I don't know either. I mean, like, Jersey Mike's slaps.
As far as like fast sandwiches go, Jersey Mike's is probably number one. I'm sorry, but Subway is garbage.
My dorm in college shared like a building with Subway.
How
every
bad did
time
it smell?
It smelled like, it was like a weird thing that like my body adapted to. To where like
A yeasty vibes.
Yeah, I would like walk into the lobby and be like, do I want Subway right now? The answer was mostly no, but also sometimes it was yes. What would you tell to your 18-year-old self?
First, I would say, okay, Taco Bell doesn't need to be at every single meal. It's not going anywhere.
True.
And second of all, I would really want myself to develop healthier habits earlier. I really was like, I just want to go balls to the wall at every second. And it's like, moderation is very nice. Like, you can sprinkle in some vegetables and that will make you feel better. And maybe you won't wake up every morning feeling like you want to shit your pants, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Also, I wish I gave less of a shit about like most things. Like, these guys, I wish I just had like my mindset now, especially with guys, because I would just like crush so hard. And it was just like sad. Like, you're better than them, you know?
I think I would tell my 18-year-old self that if you're dating somebody and you are purposely like not telling your family like certain things that happen or like certain events or like whatever, if there's a reason you're keeping certain things from your family, like, that's not the person for you. Because if you think that, oh, I don't want to tell my family this because they might not like him anymore, like, go run away.
That's a red flag.
That's a red flag. Run away. I wish I would have known that then, because when I had to learn the hard way, it's like, oh, is this what love is?
Oh, this is love. It hurts, but
it hurts, but everyone goes through this, right? Right. We just don't talk about it.
what would you
What
tell
about you,
your
Bailey? Left girl.
Those were great answers.
Thank you.
I don't know. I think that I would tell myself to give more of a shit about more things because
like saving money.
Oh, yeah.
I wish I started doing that earlier.
I wish I did that. But I like didn't really like lean into a lot of experiences that I think I could have in college. Do you want to give any BJ tips for a newbie?
I can.
Okay, go on.
Move.
Oh,
Move. Okay. She's referring to, somebody wrote in a couple weeks ago telling this awkward story about how she didn't know how to give a blowjob. And so she just like sat there with the wiener in her mouth.
Yeah, just like put it in your mouth.
The guy just let her sit there. She said for 10 minutes.
For 3. I thought it was
3.
Oh, 3 minutes.
But that
Okay.
probably felt like 30.
Yeah. I think like, not to get too crude, because I know our father listens to this and all of his friends. But I will say, like, I thought you had to be like a lady about sexual things. Like, oh, like, don't get it messy.
Oh.
But like, I think the messier the better.
okay.
They're extra sloppy today.
Yeah, think about Sloppy Joes, and you can listen to a million other podcasts for BJ tips, but I will say that is the number one tip I have learned, and it has worked out very well for me.
And I will also add that someone wrote in like a huge list of their red flags, which was brilliant. It was like 3 pages of screenshots, and one of them was like, it's a red flag if your partner like comments on like how previous partners have been at giving blowjobs and how you like relate to it. Huge red flag if they're like, oh no, like I guess I just was better with that other person. It's like,
my ex did
barf.
it this way. Can you do this? I'd be like,
No. I will also
she was
say
just better at it.
communication is key. Like, ask them what they like.
Yeah.
And tell them what you like. Like, that's everyone's different, and it's like not awkward to ask. Like, they like it.
It's so much better when you just like break that barrier towards like, I'm not an expert, and you know what?
Or it's like, I'm not an expert, but, and then you become and you show them that you're an expert.
you become the expert on them.
I've never
done this before.
This is my first time doing this.
This is a good one. Have you ever had one of the men you've told a story about reach out saying that they heard it?
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
Me too.
Mine was well, mine was also the Riesling guy when we first started the podcast. When, long story short, I went on this date with this guy, and he did not look anything like what his picture was. It was just like a more feminine version of him, and it just wasn't for me. And he also ordered a Riesling, which just added to the femininity. And I just like a masculine guy, And so I put it on my TikTok. I said, oh my God, I went on a date last night. He ordered Riesling. It blew up. Then he started texting me, telling me like I should have expected this from a girl from California. And I was like, all right, now I'm just have no choice but to just double down on this on TikTok. So I kept making TikToks about him, and then his friends started getting involved, and it was like a whole thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I haven't had any exes yet. The ex that we talked about in the Dumpiversary episode, he does not have any social media. So I don't know if he knows, but he's got to know.
I don't know.
Who knows?
Yeah, I've definitely had a couple exes slide into my DMs and say, I listened to the podcast. And I was like, thank you for being a listener.
Did you subscribe? Did you write us a review?
Yeah, can you subscribe? And only if it's a 5-star review.
Yeah. We'll take a 4-star.
This one you might need to think about because I don't have an answer, but what is your favorite song right now?
Oh my God. Okay, I have been obsessed with this song by Ava Max called Maybe You're the Problem. And it's so good. It's so like poppy and like dance vibey, and it's so good. And her voice is amazing. I'm also like really into Jack Harlow. I put on Jack Harlow when I need to like feel cool. Like my Sunday tradition has been going to Whole Foods, like putting on Jack Harlow and just feeling like channeling my inner like Gen Z girl. Cause like I'm on this journey to be my coolest self this year.
Okay.
So I'm trying, like, even if you're not feeling like your coolest self, you need to like act like you're your coolest self.
Right.
And it works.
Okay. That's like another one of the questions back here was, what have you done to like try to be cool?
Oh, I'll tell you. I'll have a whole list once you get there.
Okay. Do you have a favorite song, Paige? I don't.
I'll have to think about it, because what I do is every Friday, like I'm really into the New Music Friday, but I typically will only really listen to like those new songs for like a couple days, and then I'm ready for something new, or I just like revert back to Taylor Swift.
Yeah. Ooh, I also, this isn't like very new, but Marin's album Circles Around This Town have on repeat. I also like that song that's like Snatched His Soul. And then I love that song that's like the Jack I've been drinking, been hanging on thinking. It's that TikTok song, which I know like obviously know
The You Proof?
lyrics. No, that's Morgan. And I love that song too. That's also my rotation. But it's like, Wait, is that you?
I don't know. Don't look at
Jack,
me.
I've been drinking, been happy while thinking, and I'm running a feeling for pouring them down, line them up. All
right.
Here's to us happily, never after all. Isn't calling you back. Is that Mom?
Yep.
I denied her call.
Ways to bring yourself confidence during a rough self-esteem season.
Oh,
Get your nails done.
Okay, yes. This is what I did whenever I was needing a boost of self-confidence. So, you're not going to like this, but you're going to have to move your body every day. Like, you have to commit to, like, I would say an hour of exercise every single day. I know that's a lot, but, like, you feel so much better after it. And then once you start working out and you see, like, little changes in your body, and then that, like, gives you some sort, and it's not about, like, how you look. It's about, like, wow, I'm doing something and achieving a goal. I loved that. And then eating healthy always makes me feel better, but eat healthy foods you like. Like, it doesn't have to be boring. Like, I used to just eat chicken and broccoli and just, like, be like, wow, this fucking sucks. But now I'm like, oh, I eat the big ass breakfast salad every day and I love it. And it's like, makes me feel so, like, full and healthy. And I, like, love just that art of making it and then eating it. It's just fucking fabulous. Also, I get a spray tan once a week, and I pay, like, I think $70 a month to do that. So that's, like, a huge game changer to my confidence, because it just, like, makes you feel good. And what else?
Another thing,
Nails.
yeah, nails for sure. And then just, like, a nice little, like, skincare routine, because, like, for me personally, it's like when my skin is clear and when my skin is, like, bright and everything, like, seems to be, like, going well, like, I just automatically feel 10 times more confident in myself, like, with or without makeup. So that's like a huge thing. And it's really relaxing and nice to, like, do an actual, like, skincare routine.
Oh, yeah.
And then treat myself to, like, masks, like, twice a week.
Yeah, the masks are huge. Another thing I did, what else did I do? Those were, like, the main things. Oh, and, like, if you work from home, it's really easy to, like, just not get ready. But, like, sometimes it's nice to just put on a little mascara, a little lip liner, and just, like, look in the mirror and be like, okay, like, you are that bitch. Like, you don't have to wait till the weekend to just, like, look cute. And, like, it's not for anyone else but yourself. Like, I just like feeling cute.
Yeah.
It makes me, like, more productive.
Uh-oh. How well do you feel your parents did raising 3 girls?
Great.
Obviously, look at us.
Look
Perfect.
at us.
What could they have done differently? Don't even want to open that box.
I think that we have, like, a healthy sense of, like, self and body image. I think, like, for whatever reason, they did a good job with body image.
Yeah, even though we were joking about Dad being like, oh, 5-pound tire, or, like, but, like,
It's kind of like
it was a good thing.
Broached the subject of, like, there's no shame associated with it because it's going to be talked about.
Yeah.
And, like, the only thing that I thought was weird, maybe it's because it was about me, was when I was in high school and it was like, oh, Bailey is hypoglycemia. So you'd be like, hey, text Mom and say that you're hungry. And so I could eat. So, like, she'd be like, okay, well, I just put $20 in your account. You guys can go to, like, Sonic or whatever, which was great. And then Mom was told Dad, like, do not say one thing about Bailey. Like, she's not eating enough or whatever. But I don't know. That was, like, I guess probably, like, a good thing. But I don't know. What do you guys think?
I think it made me feel like my weight wasn't who I was. It was something that you could, like, work on.
Yeah.
Like, it's a temporary thing that, like, if you're not feeling good about yourself, just, like, work on it. Mm-hmm. Which I think is healthy, because I think a lot of people, this isn't going to be popular, but, like, they have this thing where it's like you have to be, like, happy with, like, your body at all times, and it's just, like, not true. And if you're, to be honest, if you are treating your body like shit and you don't like the way you look, then start treating your body better, and then you'll start appreciating. Even it, like, my body is not perfect at all, but I love my body. The more I'm, like, treat it better, I'm like, oh, I can accept for these things because I know, like, how hard I work. Mm-hmm. And I, like, am trying to like eat better and like just do little things to like optimize my health.
Yeah.
But I think that comes with age.
Well, I was gonna
I
say
think that it's
I'm telling you, once you turn 30,
Things
you really got to start taking care of yourself because your body doesn't bounce
It
back
does
like
not
it used to.
Yeah, it really doesn't. But I mean, I think working out is like everyone should do it. I think every woman should do 10 push-ups every day. You should probably be able to do 20.
I truly think like at the true like bare minimum of your day, like you should go on a 30-minute walk.
Oh, yeah.
Outside. Like outside, just as the bare minimum, I think that would be great.
Yeah.
Yeah. And also, I think that you said that, like, this isn't going to be a popular opinion, but it's like, no, that's for some people are going to be like, yeah, this is a part of, like, who I am. This is my genetic makeup. And that's true also. But then, as you said, like, some things, like, you know what you're doing and you know, like, you're accepting that some things are going to look this way and some things are going to, like, tighten up when you're tightening up.
It's really like
them up.
I had this gym instructor person before say that like if you're going to the gym just solely for how you look, like you are going to give up so fast because like that's not sustainable at all. So like I go every single day. Like this morning I was like, I do not want to go, but like I know I'm going to feel so much better after I get it done. And it's just like, it's so true. It's like the first thing you do every day, like accomplishing something like making your bed or working out or going for a walk or something like that's non-work related. It's like so healthy for your brain.
Yeah.
Well, in the same vein of working out and whatever, which sister would win in a physical altercation?
Paige.
But also, I won at arm wrestling. Just want to.
Yeah, I'm like the weakest, but I'm the strongest.
You're the strongest objectively.
I don't understand how
I'm just
that's
not a fighter
Yeah, I don't
because
understand.
I'm a Libra.
What are y'all's take on having children and marriage? Marriage is fine and children are fine.
Same for me.
If you want them, have them. Have that marriage.
I think you should get married as many times as you want. And
get married for different reasons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And for kids, my take is like I could literally take them or leave them. I would only want to have a kid if I had a very strong partner to have kids with. I'm not like dying to have a child.
Mm-hmm. Maybe you want to cut this. I don't know. Can we hear about Jade's divorce?
Oh, sure. What do you want to know?
I guess just tell us the entire story of your dating, marriage, and divorce.
Or should that be like its own episode?
Be more thoughtful about that.
Yeah, we'll
should
do
you
a whole
ever
episode
divulge.
on my divorce.
Or
but,
like your wedding and divorce, because you
yeah,
your wedding
I
was
had
the
the
shit.
best wedding. You know what? I'm a great person to get wedding advice from because I fucking killed it at my wedding.
You did.
Yeah, your wedding was awesome. That
Yeah.
would be the rise and fall.
The rise and fall
your
of my marriage. Like it was like a short rise and a short fall.
The next question is, have y'all sisters fought over a guy before?
No,
Oh, honey,
that's
no.
disgusting.
Almost.
What?
Who?
Almost that one time we met your friend's
Oh, yeah.
mutual friend, and I won, but then I lost.
True. Okay, you're right. But we didn't fight. It was more like we were both
interested.
introduced to him the same day, and we were both like, "Oh, he's really cute." So then we let him decide.
Oh,
Who do you
And he
think is
chose
cuter?
me.
And he chose Bailey. Some other questions. I went on a date with a girl, had an amazing time. Before that, she canceled on me twice. Since the date, I've tried making other plans, but something always comes up. Should I walk away?
Probably.
I say yes.
Probably.
That sucks.
Unfortunately, I think you could do one last thing and just like if you really want to try. I mean, actually, I don't know.
I honestly like. I am the type of person like I want to do all that I can for myself. Like at least I did everything in my power, so
Yeah.
I don't leave a situation feeling like I could have done something else. So I probably would almost say exactly what you said to us, but like to her, it's like it just seems like I keep trying to make plans and something always comes up. Like, do you want to go on another date or should I just walk away?
Yeah.
You know?
No hard feelings. I just want to know I had a great time.
Yeah.
And if you're not interested, then just tell me and
And communication is hot, and I think a lot of us have trouble communicating. So sometimes it's nice when like somebody kind of comes forward and is like, hey, like it seems like you don't want to go on a date, and then you're like, that's kind of hot. I actually do want to go on a date.
If you are asking like a very direct question, like
don't be like sassy or rude about it. Just be like just like that, like, hey,
direct.
You know, do you want to go on another day? Because I'll stop trying if you don't want to.
And
you know what
is if this what I was gonna lead into another question.
Lead us.
Okay.
Someone said, why do girls agree to give out their numbers if they're not going to reply back?
Because
it depends on if they are personally, like for me, if it's in person, like I have, depending on why this person's asking me, like how I met them, I have a harder time telling somebody no in person, like especially if it's a friend of a friend. Like I would have no problem if a stranger came up to me and was like, can I have your number? No. But if it's somebody, recently I like went to lunch with one of my good friends and someone else was there and we were together for like an hour, and then at the end of the lunch he's like, hey, can I have your number? I wasn't catching the vibes like at lunch, and so I was just really caught off guard, and so I gave my number but didn't even respond to whenever he texted saying like, hey Paige, it's me, so and so, whatever.
You didn't respond?
No, because he texted me like right then and like in front of me, you know what I mean? Like he asked for my number and then like texted me to basically confirming that it was like my phone number. And so like I got the notification in front of him and I was like, oh yeah, got it, like thanks. It's
and
like,
then he didn't follow up?
No, and neither did I.
That's on him.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would say sometimes we do it just because we want attention, and then we realize we don't actually want the attention.
Biggest turn off in a guy?
Insecurity and like overly emotional. And I like when guys are emotional, like they can be vulnerable with their emotions, but like when you have no control over your emotions, and then you get so mad and sad over the littlest things, like it just like breeds insecurity. Like I like somebody who's super confident and knows what they want. And
yeah, the first thing that came to my mind is like the biggest turnoff would be someone who's not driven, like someone who doesn't have like any type of goals, like in whatever, like whether it's like career goals or fitness goals or like personal growth goals, like something. Like if someone is not driven to focus on something, like that's a huge like turn off for me.
Tiger's very thirsty over there.
He's a toasty boy.
I think that I've like been better at like clocking when people are gonna push off. I'm like, oh well, you did this thing, so I didn't like it. It's like almost like the intro into like gaslighting towards like
tit for tat.
I can clock that real quick, and I'm gonna shut it down beforehand.
Good.
Like someone told me I was abrasive, and I was like, I am not abrasive.
Okay, well,
who's ever called you abrasive?
That guy can suck my ass, because we'll talk. That might be a Patreon episode or something. Behind the paywall, because, that's a behind the paywall kind of story.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. How do I tell the girl I'm dating that her head game is subpar when she thinks she's awesome?
Okay, I love this question. Yes, you should, but in a nice way. You should
communication.
You don't have to say, "Hey, your head game's subpar," and you think it's good. No. Like that is not the way to get around it. We want to build them up and like help them learn, because like maybe it's subpar to you, but maybe some other guy, this was like the best beach of his life.
Well, and because the bottom line is like she's a willing participant, so that's great, right?
Yeah.
Like it's check. It's awesome that she's even wanting to do that for you.
You're lucky.
However, if it's not great for you, like that can be, I can see how that would be awkward as well. Like if she's like very like willing, like, oh, I'm gonna do this for you because it's like so great, and then he's like, yeah, like this is fine, whatever. I just think it's the communication piece.
Yeah,
try this.
I think it's like
what you like.
Oh my gosh, like it's so hot when you do this, but you know what I would really love is like when you do this. Like that's what I really like. So then it's like it's not about her, it's about just you and what you like, and it's like this little secret, and you're like, oh, and it's less about what she's doing wrong.
Well, and you guys are like building upon what's already like happening. It's like, oh, we've built this connection and this
you're clearly hooking up with her, so like you like something about her.
Yeah.
There's something there that you like. So I would give her a compliment like, oh my gosh, it's so hot when you do this. But also,
we should try this.
Oh, you know, when you do this, like when that is like what I really like. And then she's going to start thinking like, oh, this is just like our little thing. And then I'm going to be the best ever at doing this for him.
Yeah. And that goes for
both sides.
Like boys and girls. And it's like you just say what you like and reinforce that for
And I have to say, you think her head game's subpar, that means your head game's probably even less subpar, because no guy is really good at it until they're like in their 30s.
How do you know this guy's not in his 30s?
Well, who knows?
Mm-hmm.
How can I deal with relationship anxiety and just insecurities in your relationship?
Oh my God. That's hard.
It's really hard.
To expound upon that, someone messaged me saying like, how do you deal with like if your boyfriend's out without you and like girls come up to him and ask like, are you single? Like, how do you react to that? That one felt like an easier question to answer.
Oh, okay. So like if you're like already in a relationship, once I'm in a relationship, I'm like feeling pretty secure. And if I'm not secure with that person, you're probably with the wrong person.
That's what I was thinking. It's like, why are you feeling that anyways? Like what indicators are happening that are making you like have those insecurities?
Yeah. I mainly feel the anxiety of like before the relationship build up, like the gray area. That's like where my anxiety lives. But once I'm in a relationship, I'm like, yeah, but this is it. And like, and I think therapy, that's how you should deal with it. Because like, there's probably some deep rooted shit there that like we can't even get into with you unless we like know you and like call us.
Well, and I think like, again, super honest communication with your partner. Like if you're feeling some type of way, express that. Like, I feel insecure sometimes when you do this, and explain why. And I know it's not anything that you're doing, but this is just how I feel. Can we figure out how to work through that? You know?
Yeah.
Communication is key.
Oh wait, there was a really important question that someone emailed us to get it's important.
Okay.
What does Jade drink? What is that?
Oh,
red
my God.
and gold drink that Jade always has.
Well, clearly you're not following me on Instagram because I post about them all the time, but I drink Onda every single episode. I'm an Onda super fan. My friend Ashley, who is like a nutritionist, she's really like gnarly about ingredients. This is like one of the only seltzers, which I don't even think this is technically a seltzer, but it's the only canned beverage that she'll drink. It's made with tequila too, so it's not like a malt like White Claw. No offense, White Claw. But yeah, this is the shit. Not only does it taste amazing, watermelon is my favorite flavor, but it looks so cute in your hand.
It is so cute.
Well, I emailed that person back and I got half of it right because I said that it was a tequila seltzer and that I thought that your favorite flavor was watermelon.
Yeah.
So.
You didn't say Onda?
Oh, no, I said it was Onda.
Oh, and then I started following the VP of sales for Onda, and like I DM with him all the time. And
Nice.
I'm just waiting for like my free Onda.
Yeah, where's
like,
the case of Onda?
I literally talk about Onda. So many people come up to me and they're like, I tried Onda because of you. Like, I am an Onda super fan, and I'm just waiting on my free Onda.
Yeah,
I
my
think that's
friends
why
are-
it's at our
My Fronda.
liquor store.
You're influencing my friends
Yeah.
to drink Onda.
I'm influencing everyone to drink Onda. I'm a micro influencer, which is one of the most powerful influencers you could have on your side, and just give me free Onda. That's all I'm asking.
Yeah.
Just one time.
Come on, Onda. Give us free Onda.
Another one, this is from a person named Hannah. I'm curious as to what you all do for work. I feel like maybe you've said it before, but I can't remember.
Marketing.
Digital
marketing.
Yeah, marketing.
I'm
I
a
tell
nanny.
people, I mean, I do like a more specific thing than marketing, but you could probably just Google me and go on my fucking LinkedIn. But Yeah, I do marketing, and that's what I tell guys all the time. They're like, "What do you do? Marketing? What kind?" On the internet. I like to
Digital?
be I just like to like be as vague as possible with guys to make them ask more questions just to frustrate them.
Well, and it's like, how much do you really care?
Yeah, like how much honestly do you care? Like if I go into it and I'm like, this is what I do on my day to day, they're gonna be like,
Yeah, are you just asking a question to like check the box?
Yeah.
Or like, do you give a shit about
yeah.
what I do?
Just know that I like actually give a shit about my career and I'm driven. All right. Just
This is
She's
why
driven.
I never know what anyone in my life actually does because they're like, oh, what's Paige's what? Ugh, pardon me. What's Paige's job again? And it's like, well, I know that these are things that she does. I don't know what her job is.
Yeah.
But
Fair.
you know, marketing.
I like to keep you guessing.
Marketing.
I'm a nanny and I'm going to be a teacher next year.
Hell yeah.
Yay.
Yay.
Miss B.
Should I get into some more of these? Are we ready?
Sure.
Rattle them off.
All right. When, where, and with whom was your first kiss? Jade?
I was at a house party I believe my sophomore year of high school. I was again a late bloomer, which isn't like that late, but I was the last person out of my friend group to have a first kiss. And it was this like older guy. I was a sophomore, he was a senior, and his name was Stan, and we called him Stan the Man. And he was a baseball player at LD Bell High School.
LD Bell.
Yeah.
Technically my first kiss was in first grade when you and your friend made me and her brother you dared us to kiss.
You can shout them out. They have a podcast.
Yeah, so Amanda
We Bit Obsessed.
We Bit
podcast.
Obsessed. We Bit Obsessed podcast. Amanda and Jade used to be like childhood friends, and then she has a brother named Ian, and we were just like something for you guys to like play with. We were just like toys.
We were their human Barbies.
Yeah, we were
They
like,
were like,
your human
kiss.
and we were like, what? Oh my god! And then yeah, you guys have to. We dared you. You have to do a dare.
But you guys also had like a little love connection.
We obviously had a
Also
love
because
connection.
you guys orchestrated it.
But you
Yeah.
orchestrated it. So that was technically my first kiss. Shout out, Ian.
Yeah.
My first kiss was in 5th grade watching You, Me, and Dupree. I'm not going to divulge any names.
Wait, was this a makeout?
No, it was just a
Oh,
kiss.
okay. Mine was
And
a
then-
makeout.
And then Mom and Paige came and picked me up. And they were
Did
like,
you feel naughty?
yeah. And they were like, how was it? And I was like, fine. Nothing happened, I swear.
I remember I felt that way when I first got my first thong underwear. I got it from the Orange County swap meet, which was like so awkward. And I had like this rainbow thong, which I feel like was passed down to you guys. You remember that?
Well, I would
thong?
always
Remember
steal
it.
your thong. I do remember the rainbow thong though.
And I felt like so bad with those bad boys on because I don't think I told Mom, and I was just like, I'm a slut.
I'm a baddie.
I'm a bad girl.
I'm a sex girl.
I am a sex girl.
Our grandmother bought me my first thong when I was in 5th grade also.
Nice.
Nice.
I've never gone back. I love thongs.
That was just like so annoying to me because like Gigi just like bought Bailey a thong in 5th grade, and I was like sneaking your thongs out of the laundry room like in like 8th grade.
wait, this could
Little
have been
rainbow
much
thong.
easier.
Like why didn't anyone just buy me a thong?
Should ask Gigi.
Yeah.
That was another question was, what kind of underwear do you guys wear?
Oh my God.
Thongs.
I bet that was
I'm
from
very
Drew.
Drew, our wedgie
Oh my
fan.
God. Drew loves wedgies.
Give her a wedgie.
Drew is always on our TikTok lives, and he loves talking about wedgies.
And it's
Tan.
like Drew.
Tan,
We
give Jade a
literally
wedgie.
are sitting in a permanent wedgie.
Okay, I just have to say though, Amazon has the best underwear. I wish I could show you guys right now. They have this like seamless underwear that I'm obsessed with. And then they also, the Amazon basic black lace thongs are the shit.
Nice.
All right, hot tip.
Nice.
You're welcome, Jeff Bezos.
Hey,
Hi.
were you guys ever bullied? Did you ever bully anyone?
That should be a whole episode.
You know what? Yes.
The answer
We'll write this down.
The answer
is-
is yes. We'll
Yes.
we'll elaborate in another
And the
episode.
trauma is deep.
What is your love language? And
Oh my
I'll remind
God.
you that's physical touch, gift giving, acts of service, words of affirmation, or quality time.
Mine is 1,000,000% touch and words of affirmation. Like touch to me is like, I just think it's like if I'm with somebody, they have like their hand on my knee. And like, I realized my ex, the one that I lived with for 7 days in Colorado, he was like so not a touch person at all. And it was so like, it just felt depleting being around him and when he wasn't touching me.
Yeah.
I'm just like, why don't you want to touch me? Like, just touch my leg. That's all I'm asking for. Touch my arm. And it was like cuddling with him was awkward too.
Mine's acts of service, and then probably, gosh, acts of service is for sure number one, but then words of affirmation and physical touch are like tied.
Physical touches, definitely mine. Sticks is great at that because like he'll come up like when we're at a bar and I'm like talking to someone else and just like put his hand like on my back or like whatever, and it's like he knows. But
Yeah.
also even when I was little, it was very important to me that I got like cuddle time.
Yeah.
And if I didn't get it, I would make it be known.
Which I feel so awkward when other people give me words of affirmation and any sort of physical touch. Like my friends like love like hugging me and I'm just like awkward. But like it's only when like it's a guy I like, you know.
What's a mean comment someone made about you that has stuck with you to this day? I'll go first.
Where do I begin?
This is not a comment. This was, I guess it is a comment. In 5th grade, one of my 2 boyfriends that I had in 5th grade would tell people that we broke up if I ever wore my hair back because I have very big ears. And
Which you can't see because you're wearing headphones.
thank God. And he'd be like, yeah, no, that's not my girlfriend. Mm-mm. I would never date Dumbo over there.
Oh my god, that is so mean. Wow, that'll give you a complex. Honestly, I don't remember any mean shit people say about me. Like I really let it right off my back. But someone once called me a liar and lost, and that was last night by my own sister.
Mm-hmm.
One of my ex-boyfriends, he told me that I can't remember exactly how he worded it, but that I was the stupid sister, but like he meant it. And he's like, you'll never be as smart as Jade and Bailey. And
Wow.
and that just like, but he knew that was already an insecurity of mine. Because
I know
like,
who this ex is.
yeah.
Yeah, no, he's the worst ex.
But that one cut. I was like, yeah, right. I'm smart too.
Okay, this one we're going to answer on the count of 3.
Okay.
Once I find it again. Who do you think has had the most hookups in this room?
Paige.
I was going to say Bailey.
Oh, actually, Bailey.
I was also going to say Bailey.
I feel like you would think that it's me. I'm like the one that you would think, and then, you know.
Nobody ever thinks me.
And you're the sex girl.
I'm the sex girl.
How attractive do you think you are on a scale of 1 to 10?
10.
It's a really good question.
Yeah. I'm going to go 10. I think I have the vibes of a 10.
I feel like if we're my personality plus my looks, a solid 9.
Yeah. Like when I go into the bar, I just like think I'm a 10.
Yeah.
And I think some people don't like that.
Yeah.
Because I'm not like a physical 10.
But like
I am a 10.
You have the delusion that gives you the confidence.
And you should feel that way. I think everyone should feel that they're a 10.
like my thought is like I love feeling like I'm a 9 because like I can always be a little better.
Oh, yeah.
But but I'm great.
Yeah. Like that's the thing. A 10 is your essence of your being. It's not like what you look like. It's like you need to also work on your personality, work on some interests, work on some hobbies.
Learn a couple jokes.
Learn a fucking point of view on the world. Like, don't be so boring.
Yeah.
Try to be, like, find interests. Do it for yourself.
Someone told me I was a 6, and
My ex-husband told me I was a 7.
I
was like, if I'm a 7, what are you? And he's like,
4?
He said, I'm a 7 too. And I was like, no.
He said, well, did you want to expound upon how you've done things to try to be cooler, Jade? Because
I thought we already talked about that.
Jade said she was gonna get into it.
Oh.
Do you want to get into it?
Yeah. So things I've done to become my coolest version of myself. Okay, first of all, I got dip nails. Well, let's talk about the shallow stuff first. Dip nails, getting my hair done more often because I finally found a hair girl that I love. Shout out to Alicia.
I also go to her now too because she's great.
I'm obsessed with her. Spray tans, working out, finding like the gym that I love in Austin. I also have invested more into my health. So I shop like at Whole Foods. I do like a little like bougie grocery haul day. And I put on Jack Harlow on my Beats, which probably makes me less cool because I'm like bopping around the store in like big ass headphones. But yeah, that makes me feel cool. I'm drinking less caffeine because it's better for you. For women, like we're not supposed to be drinking caffeine like before we really have a meal. Okay. So I try to do the sauna. I'm just trying to like
love a sauna.
I'm trying to like also like really work on my mind and like get my mind sharp and like.
Do you read?
I do.
I just didn't know if you. Bailey started like reading a lot again, and I just.
Yeah. I'm just trying to like constantly improve every little aspect of my life, like learning things about how our minds work and like business and, you know, just being better at different things. So like just trying to improve like every little corner of my life. That's what I'm doing to be cool.
And I think that what you're saying is also about like doing what's gonna like make you feel really good, like energy wise, health wise, whatever, and then you can like lean into like your actual interest where it's not like I love sports.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah.
I knew
exactly.
about
Like you don't have to
golf.
like say I like sports to be like interesting to somebody because you already have other interests.
Yeah.
Look good, feel good, do good.
And then I'm also like not playing games with people anymore. I'm very like much more intentional with who I'm like spending my time with, and that has been serving me. And it's like in February, everything just kind of took a turn. Like I started meeting friends that like they're like, you know, doing well and like they have good interests and like they're inspiring me, and like the guys I'm attracting is just like a little better. Like everything's just like a little better. Last year we were in a dip.
Yep.
How do you find quality people on dating apps?
I feel like it depends on what you're looking to get out of this dating app, right? Because it's like personally, like I'm looking for a very like solid and real and longer lasting relationship, right? So like I want to connect with somebody more so based off of like similar interests, like activities, like things like that. Like that's something that we're gonna actually enjoy each other's company like while we're doing things, which is why, you know, I lean towards Zate, because like I can choose the activities that I want to do, as opposed to like, let's be honest, like everyone knows the app you're going to use if you're just looking for like a hookup. You know what I mean? And that could be what you're looking for, but like I'm just like not in that state of mind anymore. So I just really like that I'm able to like choose different activities, choose different restaurants, choose different like things, and like tailor my wants like to that, because that's what I find most value in.
Yeah, like if I saw a guy on Zate that said, let's go to Dave & Buster's, like I know this is maybe not the guy for me.
And probably the guy for me as a friend.
Exactly. Right. Oh yeah, because Zate will be introducing like a friendship part of it, which is like very exclusive. I don't even know if we're supposed to say that, but
We'll have to ask.
we'll have to ask. But I'm really excited for that feature because
Me too.
Mummy is dating and she's looking for friends.
Honestly, this was so much better than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah,
Like,
I
we
think-
had so many responses. So thank you again. It makes us feel like we actually have people, like we know people are listening, but we don't know unless you guys are actually reaching out to us. So we really, really, really appreciate everybody that wrote into us. And if we didn't read your question, then we're sorry. Like, hopefully we can just like kind of keep track of those and get to them at a later episode. But this was so much fun. Okay, well, hopefully we're going to have a little guest on next week.
If there's more questions that we need to get to, maybe we'll go live on TikTok and just
Or-
answer them. And you can follow us at Your Poor Dad Pod. Your Poor Dad. Your Poor Dad.
And maybe if we don't have our guest, then we can talk about divorce and just send me a bunch of questions. Let's talk about weddings and divorce because I fucking killed it at my wedding.
And then your marriage was
And
killed.
then I killed my marriage.
Yeah, and so if you have questions, ask us there. You can email us at yourpoordad@gmail.com, or you can follow us on Instagram and TikTok at yourpoordadpod. So questions or just like stories. If you have like a crazy like marriage or divorce story too, like that would be
Yeah.
cool. Anything
Yeah.
else, guys?
No.
I'm glad we're not fighting anymore.
Me too.
Me too.
Okay, well, we will see you guys next week.